what the music industry is all about.
New allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, and these are some of the most horrific yet. A man says he was just 10 years old when the rapper allegedly drugged and sexually assaulted him during what was supposed to be an audition, sending him back to his parents, crying and in pain. The latest lawsuits against the music mogul seem to reinforce previous claims made in both civil and criminal court. On Monday, Texas attorney Tony Busby's law firm filed 2 new lawsuits in New York State Supreme Court alleging that music superstar Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted 2 underage boys in the early 2000s, and one of them was allegedly just 10 years old at the time. As if these allegations couldn't get worse. Now we've been closely following the legal drama that's been stalking Sean Combs. And right now, as we know, he's locked up in the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn. He's been denied bond twice. His attorneys, though they plan to try for a 3rd time to get him out of lockup as he waits for trial. He's now going to be petitioning the new judge overseeing this case, Judge Aaron Subir Marion. And we actually just learned that when it comes to where he's locked up, multiple agencies are investigating the Metropolitan Detention Center. The MDC may be looking into the conditions, maybe doing a sweep of contraband in the area. We were wondering whether or not Sean Combs and the notoriety of his case has facilitated or has led to this investigation. Now, as we get into these latest developments, I have to warn you, I have to give you a trigger warning here. These details are not only unimaginable, but they're horrifying. They can be incredibly difficult to listen to. But look, this is a legal case now, and it's important to understand what the victims are alleging, the legal basis for their claims, what evidence they may have to support their claims, and the impact that this could have on Sean Combs and his criminal case. He was arrested on September 16th. He's been behind bars ever since after being denied bail. Prosecutors say that Combs used his money, his influence, to organize what are called freak-offs. These are essentially orgies that involved hiring male sex workers, procuring drugs, and then filming the sex acts that he used force, fraud, and coercion to get what he wanted. The fact that Combs now faces criminal charges in federal court, though it hasn't stopped what has been an onslaught of civil cases against him. In fact, he is facing new allegations every single week. And we told you about Tony Busby, this Texas attorney who announced that he was going to be filing more than 100 individual civil actions against Sean Combs. On Monday, Tony Busby and his legal partners filed a suit against Combs on behalf of a John Doe who lives in California. The lawsuit states, this case seeks compensatory and punitive damages for the drugging and sexual assault of a 10-year-old boy when he met defendant Sean Combs for an audition. The conduct described herein is shockingly typical of how Combs conducted himself for many years. And look, that is true. Many of the allegations from Combs' accusers say they were drugged and then they were assaulted. Also, when it comes to the federal charges, Combs is accused of using drugs to have people engage in those freak-off sessions. The complaint says, in 2005, plaintiff was a 10-year-old boy interested in becoming an actor and/or rapper. Plaintiff lived in the Los Angeles area and used his proximity to the entertainment industry to secure several acting roles and a part in a music video. To help their son's burgeoning career, plaintiff's parents found and hired an industry consultant through an internet ad. The consultant recommended that the family visit New York City to meet with people in the music industry. During the trip, plaintiff's consultant arranged a meeting with defendant Combs for a, quote, audition. Combs indicated that he wanted to meet with plaintiff alone first prior to meeting the family. The consultant brought plaintiff to Combs' room, but left him with Combs and told plaintiff that she would be back later. Plaintiff recalls other people in the room or area, but he did not know who any of the people were. The complaint further says, quote, plaintiff performed several rap songs for Combs. Combs complimented plaintiff on his rapping and told plaintiff that he could make him a star. Combs asked plaintiff how badly he wanted to be a star and what plaintiff would do to get to be one. Plaintiff responded, as might any 10-year-old child, that he would do anything. So at this point, one of the other people present allegedly gave this boy a soda, and after he drank it, he started to feel, quote, a little funny. But he may be just so excited about his opportunity to rap for Sean Combs. But the plaintiff now believes that soda was drugged with either GHB, known as the date rape drug, or ecstasy, or maybe even both. The complaint says, quote, after plaintiff consumed his soda and began feeling its effects, Combs told plaintiff to move closer to him, which plaintiff did. Combs then abruptly pushed plaintiff down and said words to the effect of, you have to do some stuff you don't want to do sometimes. Now, the next part of the complaint is just incredibly graphic. We're not going to repeat it here, but essentially, John Doe claims that Combs sexually assaulted him, and then he lost consciousness. As time goes on, more claims are surfacing about Sean Combs allegedly abusing minors, raising questions about whether he will face charges related to these allegations. If federal charges related to minors are brought against him, his defense would have to shift significantly. What we do know is that these allegations against Sean Combs continue to emerge, and they are becoming increasingly disturbing.